Welcome back, or if you're new here, my name is Chery, and I am a hairstylist and a salon owner specializing in thin and fine hair for over the last 23 years. And I have fine hair myself, so I definitely know the struggle. Today I'm kicking off a brand new series all about how I style my fine hair with different tools and techniques, starting off with a flat iron. But here's the thing, flat irons can leave your hair looking limp and lifeless unless you know the right tricks. And I've got tips and techniques and a couple little hacks that make all the difference. And this is just the beginning. I have more videos on the way on how to style your fine hair with a curling iron, a wand, a waver, little updos, so many fun things. So do not forget to hit subscribe so you do not miss out on any of those videos. I'm going to style my hair one side at a time so you can see the difference in these techniques that I'm showing you and how big of a difference in volume I have on one side versus the other. And I did recently just get some new bangs, so we're working with a little bit of a challenge because bangs are challenging. They're fun, but they do require a little bit more maintenance. We're going to be using this Babyliss 1-inch ultra slim flat iron, and I originally got this when I had my bangs last year because I needed something that I could flat iron my bangs with without creating like a crimp, and this really does do the job. And I'm just gonna section off one side of my hair with a little clip. All right, now we're working with the left side of my hair. For best results, I suggest clipping your hair up in sections. Now you always wanna make sure your hair is 100% dry before attempting any style, because if your hair is even a little bit damp and it's prone to frizz or falling flat, then no matter what you do, you're not gonna have the best results. So always make sure your hair is 100% dry. Now for this Babyliss flat iron, I have the temperature set to the 40 dial, and I am very comfortable with my flat iron and I move fairly fast. So if you're new to flat ironing your hair, make sure you turn it on a lower setting till you are comfortable with how hot it gets. All right, so I'm gonna hold my hair like this. I'm gonna take my flat iron and I'm just going to go down and round it out just a smidge. Moving on to the next section, making sure that I don't get too much hair that I can't all fit it in my flat iron. Always make sure you have clean sections. See how I'm keeping a little bit of the bend at the bottom. Now, when you have fine hair, the benefits of that are these styles don't take very long because you don't have very much hair to work with. The magic happens in just a little bit. Be patient. Patience is key. Only get sections that you are comfortable with. And it's very important to have a professional flat iron. That's probably one of the most important things here. A titanium, a ceramic flat iron. I would definitely avoid just running out and buying anything from the black market. Invest in your tools, especially if you have fine hair. You do not want to damage your hair because fine hair is very fragile compared to any other hair type. And we need to protect our strands because we don't have very many of them. All right, now for the bangs, you wanna go fast and you also wanna make sure that you're curving it just a smidge. All right, now that we have our sleek hair, we want to plump it back up and give it texture. All right, so now I'm gonna show you a few different techniques that you can do to create volume. And one of them is gonna be to use this back combing, texturizing little comb mini brush. Now, if you really want to create some extra volume and extra lift and you really want it to last, definitely do this in sections. So we're gonna show you how I would do this on somebody who is like, I'm going to a wedding, I need my volume to last. This is what I would do. And I feel like back combing is a lost art and not a lot of people know how to do it properly. My hair is so silky right now. It's so soft. We need to put some texture back in it. All right, you're also gonna need, or at least this is what I do. You can do it with hairspray, but I'm gonna be using a texturizing powder to start. So I'm going to put just a little bit of texturizing powder in there. Now you can see just with that how it kind of gave it a little bit of grip. We're just gonna start, since it's the bottom of my hair, we're just gonna start with just a little bit. Now your hair has a little bit of grit. Now what you're gonna do is take your texturizing teasy back combing brush and start mid shaft and comb it up. And this will not damage your hair. I promise you, it will not. All right, so now we're creating a little bit of lift here. Now we're gonna make sure we're doing this in layers if you, like I said, if you really want it to last. Texturizing powder, got a lot more on that one. Now, texturizing powder is like my best friend. I have had clients in the past who just cannot stand the feel of it because it does give your hair like a really gritty, maybe dirty feeling. Therefore, you know, test it out on a piece of hair before you completely douse them in it. Because I have had people, well, I've had one lady make me rewash her entire head after the blowout was done. Yes, I've learned my lesson. Okay, now you can see how this gives it grit, like makes it so much easier. Look, that's a lot of grit. Now just make sure you're smoothing it. Here you go, up. I mean, that's how much easier it is to do versus doing it either without product or even with just hairspray. You're definitely gonna wanna give it a little looky-loo. Make sure you're not walking around with a rat's nest, which we will. We'll do that at the end. Now this texturizing powder is the Oribe swept up texturizing powder. Excuse me. I'm telling you, I promise you this is not damaging your hair, okay? Volume. Excuse me. I'm telling you. Now I'm just kind of going back and doing some extra. So you want to start with the middle and bring it forward. You never want to do like, you want to start with the middle, go down until you get like a cushion. You know, it might obviously be a little bit harder to brush out later on, but if you have like a brush like this, like a detangling brush, it will be fine. This is also a really good powder to do and use for an updo. This would be a very good base for an updo. All right, now this is where we'll just see, we might not have to texturize or backcomb this hair because that's gonna be our veil. But to be safe, and like I said, we're going to a wedding or something. We're gonna be out all night and we do not wanna have to think about our thin, fine hair falling flat. What I'm just gonna do is I'm not even gonna tease it. I'm just gonna put a little bit of powder in there. All right, there we go. All right, now I do love and do use this on my bangs and my front pieces. Now we won't spray as much. We're just gonna do a little dollop. Sometimes you can't control how much comes out. Let's work it in with our fingertips. I'm gonna do a little more gentle back combing. Swoop this over. Now I'm gonna do it a little bit underneath my hair too here, just a little bit. Like I said, sometimes you just can't control it. We're gonna work that in with our fingertips. And we're gonna work it actually into the ends. Let's just say this is side A. This is side A using our little teasy backcomb brush and just the little powder, the texturizing powder by Oribe. It's called Swept Up Volumizing Powder Spray. Look at that volume. And that volume is not going anywhere, and that's before hairspray. You wouldn't believe how thin my hair is, would you? No, you wouldn't. All right, so next for the other little tip, little hack that I have for you for the bright side. All right, so the next fun tip, fun little hack, we're gonna be playing with a crimper, but not just any crimper. This is a special texturizing crimper. And we're actually gonna be playing with two crimpers. This one is meant for bigger texture and this one's meant for a little bit smaller texture. And we're gonna see which one we like better. To be honest, it's been a very long time since I've tried this technique. I kind of lost it along the way and I was thinking, oh my gosh, how come I haven't done that in a while? And I kind of researched the ones I should buy. I found these two both on Groupon. I'm like, does Groupon even still exist? But apparently it does. And I'm gonna put a link into the description of where I got these, if they're still available on Groupon, because I got both of them for like 50 bucks maybe. Freaking Groupon. All right, so here we go. We're gonna section our hair like we did over there. Now, this isn't gonna be crimped all the way down from roots to ends. This is meant for volume at the roots. So we're going to just take a section that you're comfortable with, clamp your root, and then let it go. Now, I don't know if you can see that. It gave it a little bit of texture down here. We'll probably bump up with a bigger one to give us more volume, but that's just that hair back there. And if it's closer to your front of your face, you don't want to get too close because you don't want people to see that it's crimped. And this time we're gonna actually play with the bigger one just for fun, to see what happens. All right, bigger crimper. Now let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Holy crap. Holy crap, look at that. I started off with the same 40. Be careful. Do not text me or put in the comments that you burned your hair off, okay? Start off with 2 seconds. See what your hair handles. Start off with maybe going down to one of the lower settings because it's always better to be safe than sorry. Clean sections. Don't get lazy. Okay, now we're gonna do 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. See what happens. Okay, still got a good amount of crimp with that. This time we're gonna do, right below that, we're gonna do another section. 1, 2, 3. All right. Look at that. You'll see the magic start to happen as we get closer to the top with our volume. Look at that. All right, here we go. I hope you guys are having as much fun as me. Bigger crimper. 1, 2, 3. Let's see how that did. Oh, that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. And I'm saying 3, I'm counting really fast. 1, 2, 3. All right, here's that. Look at that volume though. This is without any texture powder. I did not use texture powder. This is all just the texturizing crimper so far. I have a bigger section. I'm gonna do 3 longer ones. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. I can't believe I forgot about this technique, you guys. Look at that. Look at that. All right, moving along. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go all the way up to the hair that's gonna be draping over. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pick up the smaller of the two, the finer of the 2 crimpers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, because that is a little, well, you know what? I'm gonna do the big one and run over that because I like the bigger one. I think the bigger one is giving me more volume. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. We have determined that the bigger one is better for more volume. All right, so we're gonna spread the hair, spread the top hair over. This side has all of the grit in it. This side has no grit, it just has soft texture so far. All right, so over here, we have nothing, we have no dry texturizing products, and on this side we do. So take note if you're liking this side so far. I mean, this would be something if you wanted to, literally, your hair is not going anywhere. It's like, you wanna put a little pin right here, just one little tiny bobby pin, yeah, it'll stay. Now for over here, we're going to just fine tune this bottom part just a little bit. We're just gonna direct this part under, re-smooth that out. Now that texturizing powder, it kind of works as a dry shampoo as well, if you can handle the texture, which doesn't bother me at all. I mean, clearly if I wanted to, do you want someone who like runs their fingers through their hair all day, my hair would be greasy and like a really sad mongrel looking situation. Like my precious from like Lord of the Rings. That's kind of what I envision it would look like. You know what I'm talking about. Now, if you wanted to, you could always do the texturizing powder over your crimper You know, pick up your hair, work it in. Pick up a section, work it in. See what you're working with before adding more. And I am a product junkie. I've always have been, but to be honest, no one ever really knows how thin and fine my hair is because I do use product and, you know, use it properly. And your bangs, again, like I said, you never know how much is gonna come out when these things, and it's always in the bangs that always gives you like a big glob, but that's okay. Now, we're gonna perfect it so you can see how I set it. Hope you guys are learning something so far. If you are, hit that like button. Now, I didn't use any of my favorite texturizing sprays because we use so much powder, but I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you the difference, okay? We don't need it on this side, but if we wanted to, I'm gonna use the balloon volume spray, and I had to grab my travel size because my full one is out because I use it so much. Now this, you just need, you know, because we already have text, you don't need as much as I would normally spray in my hair. And all the products that I'm using are vetted and tested by me that will not weigh your hair down. There are so many things that you could use to attempt this look that might weigh your hair down. But like I said, everything I will use today I'll link so you can see. Now we're gonna spray it once we get it where we want it. Now you wanna make sure that you are, you know, putting it exactly where you want it. Now these are all tips. You do not have to do every single step, but you know, hopefully you'll pick up one or two things that works for you. Now would I do this every freaking day that I wore my hair like this? Hell no. Hell no, I wouldn't. Who has time for that? I would do definitely, I mean, I would do a little bit of backcombing and I definitely would use all the same products, but I wouldn't be like going to town. All right, so I'm getting it all set. I would definitely put a little bit more of this in there though, because I do love this because it does, you know, it's volume spray. It's gives you volume, keeps your hair in place without having to spray as much hairspray. All right, now we have it where we want it. And I'm gonna use the Super Fine Hairspray by Orbe. Turn my ring, it's a little hack, so you don't get hairspray all over the place, all over your jewelry. Get your hair where you want it. Put your hand up underneath your fringe or your bangs. Now spray a little further away. Hold that there for a minute. This allows it to kind of like set in before it collapses and creates like a little shield. Now you want to just like, you know, spray kind of up, not like down where it's going to collapse your hair. This side definitely has more volume for shizzle. This side definitely has more volume for sure. All right, now I created a sleek look with it rounded under. You can do it super duper straight. You don't have to go to town with as much products I have in my hair, but I wanted to show you the tips and techniques that you could do if you really wanted to. All right, what do you think? Would you wear your hair like this? Are you calling me crazy through the camera right now because I sprayed so much product in my hair? Probably. I hope you learned something though. Now this is just one of many of this new series I'm doing. I'm gonna be doing little mini updos. I'm gonna be doing curling your hair with a waver, curling your hair with a wand, curling your hair with a regular curling iron, a 1 inch, a 2 inch. If you have a particular look that you want me to do, please definitely put it in the comments. I would love to attempt it even if I haven't done it before. It's all about, you know, fine hair. It doesn't have to be short hair. You know, obviously I'll be attempting it on my short, fine hair, but if you have long, fine hair or whatever, let me know. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you learned anything. Let me know what your favorite little tip and technique was. Let me know if you think I'm freaking absolutely crazy. I will definitely put all the products that I used today, including the tools, the flat irons, the Groupon link and everything in the description. And if you do use my links, I do get a tiny, and I'm saying a tiny little bit of a commission, which does help me purchase all these things so I can use them for you. Yeah, definitely share this with a friend because it helps support my channel. I'm trying to grow it. I'm trying to spread the love to anybody who has fine, thin hair. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next one.